Hello everyone, I'm OzzyJtv and we're back with some more Strange Horticulture. So after a bit of a issue with the recordings last time, I managed to get through 2 days completely in one episode, whereas previously it was taking me a lot longer. So we're just finishing at the end of day 10, or the end of Sunday at the moment. And we've just unlocked the Alchemist's platform. So basically we can combine 3 plants in order to get some alchemical brew. So when I was saying you can't handle my strongest potions on the first episode, I really meant it now. We're finally starting to dabble into the alchemy side of herbalism. And we've got this one elixir that we don't know, we know how to make it, but we don't know what these 3 plants are at the moment. I haven't bothered to work it out yet. I'll wait and see until it comes up in the story. And I've also alphabetized our entire plant collection. So now starting from A on the left all the way through to W on the right, and then everything that we don't know yet I've put in one side. So hopefully if it's something we haven't seen before, we can just look straight in there. The only other thing I would say is we have got this Gosforth, I was going to say ring, it's not really a ring, it's a coin. So we might as well try and go to Gosforth and see if we can do anything here. And I should not have come here. A darkness hands over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel a rising dread in my chest. How strange. So obviously not a very nice place to be, obviously. It's given us some dread. It's a good job we had 0 then. Let's end the day now and see what's going to happen on day 11 on a Monday. Start of a new day. Hopefully everyone will be happy. Maybe not. Everyone seems to be getting more and more grim. I mean, I guess everyone says Monday is the worst day because everyone's going back to work. Anyway, in time she learned that the sisterhood had secrets. Or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure. But by now, she knew what she wanted and she would do anything to get it. I think this might have something to do with the lady with the jade mask. Just based on the way, like, she obviously knows the sisterhood, but then she has something more that she wants to do. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what this is for. Let's just check it has no magic. Are we going to see anything on here that's going to make it obvious? I mean, I see there's 9 and 8, or 2 and 3 maybe. Could be something to do with this. But I'll be honest, I do not know. One of the funny things is when we were talking about Long Meg, I was thinking, I realised I completely forgot about it when I was recording yesterday, but I thought maybe Long Meg is actually like the Loch Ness Monster, or the equivalent of in this game. Thankfully I didn't try it because it obviously wouldn't have worked, but I don't know what this is meant to be be honest. I'm not sure what the 9 is. The only other thing I can think of is this is actually, I've thought of it. Probably the heights of these areas. So here you go. 902 meters, 803 meters. Okay, so we've done that, almost certainly. So we want to go to this mountain here, next to Crinkle Crags. And here we go. The impressive ridgeline of the Crinkle Crags stretches across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. A colourful plant stands out amidst the moss. So there is that's a very interesting plant. Now this is the sort of plant that I'd like to have on my windowsill. I'm sure this will give a bit of a wow factor to people that came to visit. We don't know what it is for now, so let's leave it to the side. Pet Hellamore, and then have our first person to entertain. George Campbell. Is that the person that made Campbell's soups? I don't know. At least Campbell's soups is a thing. I don't know about George. But anyway, my old man reckons there's a plant. What can find pots of gold buried underground? Don't know what it's called, but I bet you do. Tell you what, when I'm rich, I'll throw a share of gold your way. What I'm interested in is, why is it showing Weeping Bell here if he doesn't know what it's called? Or is our knowledge meant to be so intrinsic now that we just know what it is based on what he said? A plant that is believed to be by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of the rainbow, so maybe it doesn't actually work. The soft frilled leaves can soothe insects, bites and stings. It is also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. Okay, so I actually put this in thinking that we'd find golden light, but this is actually Weeping Bell, so let's rename this. Unfortunately it does throw off my organisation, but we can stick this over here with the W's, so Weeping Bell would come just after Worryless. I just realised I've got this all in the wrong order. Weeping Bell would actually come after Wandering Boo. I'm not going to mess around too much with this during, but I'll mess around afterwards. So let's give it the Weeping Bell. We'll be happy with that. And there we go. I mean, good luck finding the gold. I don't think it's really going to help, but at least we tried to do what they want. And now Amos. Okay, so Amos is actually the one standout chap in this whole game. He seems to be pretty chill. I mean, I guess the investigator's doing his job. He seems to be a bit soused half the time, but Amos has been helping us single-handedly keep this shop in business. I'm heading out on the road again, but before I leave I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. I don't trust myself to remember the combination, and I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and not lose it. This is where you come in. Surely you've got something up your sleeve for me. Okay, so he wants Balok's elixirs. This is where we're going to have to work out what these 3 plants are. So I think the best way to do this is probably by the number of petals. So we need something with 8 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this is more than 8. This is the only way I can think to finding this out based on what I've seen in the book. And this to me looks like it might be 8 petals. So let's put the mellow glow in here. The other thing that might be interesting to see is what does mellow glow actually do? Like, because if they all say something about aids to memory, no, because this allows someone to pass unnoticed. So I guess it has something to do with memory and vision and how you think of things. But who knows? It might be, it might not be the right one. Then we've got basically two five-petaled plants. So Caballia here seems to have 6. None of these seem to be. What about the Fennet? 2, 3, 6 again. No, we want 5. Does Scandi root maybe have 5? I think it could have 5, but these don't look like the same sort of petals to me. So we will move on. Skip past those. We definitely won't want to accidentally put the Gilded Dendra into this. Solomon's Scepter. St. John's Poppy. So this, to me, looks quite like this one. It's just interesting that it doesn't have any stamina coming out of it. So I'll put that in there for now, and then we'll decide if it's right in a second. Weeping Bell definitely doesn't look right to me. Winterbore, we already checked, and it has too many petals. So it's probably... this looks... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks actually probably more promising than St. John's Poppy. So I'm going to put the St. John's Poppy back and put in whatever this is. And then the last one has more... It's almost certainly this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like a spot-on match. And just double-check that we don't see anything in here that looks different. No, I don't think so. So let's create this elixir. No idea if it will work. I don't know if they'll tell you if it works, or they'll just be like... Okay, so they did tell you it didn't work, so something's wrong here. So, I mean, I'm 100%... Unless it's an order thing, I guess I could try creating it this way around, just in case. I don't think it will be, but it's worth checking. No. So this is definitely right. I think this seems right. This is the least likely to be right in my mind. And in fact, I think I'm just looking at the other plant now, and I think it's probably this. Yes. So let's put that in and try this one. It's only a minor difference, but hopefully we've got a success here. No. Okay, well, I'm now sure about these two, so it's this one that I'm not sure. So let's put Mellow Glow back over here. So we want an 8-petaled plant. Is there an 8-petaled plant? Yeah, I think this is way more than 8. Yeah. None of these. I'll just check that this... There's also 5, but it doesn't really match. Whereas these two are spot on. Look, 2 plops coming out of it, and 5 ending in points. So that's definitely that. This is... This is 5 again, with 2 little plops coming out of it, so that's right. Essentially, we don't know what these actually are yet. And then we need one thing that has 8 points. 8 points to the petal. It's definitely not the Weeping Bell, right? That's less than 8. And we checked the Winterbore before, that is more than 8. So, what could it be? What could it be? And I realise we're spending quite a lot of time on this, but it's worth getting it right. Otherwise, I'll have to do one of these mini-games that I was getting very good at, I'll have you know, on the episodes that are now consigned to the bin. But hopefully you'll see me get through it in record time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this could be Elderfinium, and you just can't see all the little things floating out of it because it's like a 2D image. So, we were wrong. Okay, well, one last try. What else could it be that has 8? Maybe this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this makes sense. And I'm right. Come on, I have faith. We can only make so many mistakes. That looks promising to me. Yep, Balok's Elixir. We have gained... I wonder where the Elixir goes. Well, anyway, for now, this can go in the archive, and we can... Oh, the Elixir's right here. Oh, closer inspection. So it's a pale blue liquid. I guess I almost certainly need to label this. I guess I'll label all of these in... purple, if it's an elixir or a tonic of some sort. And, no, not bios, apologies. I need to click off of here and then give Balok's Elixir to Amons. He definitely deserves it. He's been helping us so much. And there we go, we can hand that in. And what I'll do is I'll put all the elixirs here for now. We can always move them about later. Okay, on to the next thing. Just checking we haven't got anything silly to do, and I don't think we do. I'm looking for something specific, a very unusual looking fungus that takes me back to my childhood with its wonderful smoky smell. I feel like this one was smoky. No, this is rotten. This one's smoky. No, this one's smoky. So, maybe this one's smoky. No. It looks eerily like a ghost hand. Maybe that's what you think, game, but I think it looks like something completely different, I'll be honest. So, what other plants? I'm pretty sure this one smells horrible. Strongly of soured milk. Not a spongy. Red shoot. Spores. Protrude. Not one of that. All the way over here we had Bishop's Parasol, maybe? Viscous white liquid? No. Maybe copper Caledonian? No. Have I gone straight past a mushroom? Very unusual looking fungus. I mean, to me, the most unusual... I mean, it could be red. I mean, this isn't really a fungus, but... no, it doesn't look like it is. Well, of all the ones that we have, I would say the most unusual looking is probably this one. But this smells rotten. So that rotten to me is definitely not a wonderful smoky smell. In fact, it's probably the opposite. This is the problem. I did have everything organised by fungus type earlier. So maybe it's a chance to look in the book. So Wandering Boo is one of them. What does it say about Wandering Boo? The gills, beautiful flowing lines, fingers bane. Okay, not quite what we're looking for. Then we've got the Sunset Mount Cap, which we're almost certain it isn't, but I'll double check. Sunset Mount Cap, sometimes called the Stinking Mount Cap. Unpleasant odour, so it's not going to be that one. And then if we went all the way back over here, we have the Copper Caledonian. The red spores are often seen growing. Plant has rejuvenation. Nothing there about the spell. Maybe instead we'll look at the Bishop's Parasol. So I'm sure, in the back of my mind, I thought we looked at one that was meant to have a smoky smell or something like that from before. Obviously, it's not that. So what we'll do is we'll do a quick look through this. Normally, it's pretty obvious which ones are mushrooms because they look very circular. So like candlewood. No, long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. Not sure which one that could be. In fact, that might not even be. That could be this one, to be honest, because it does, you know, leaves. I don't consider leaves part of fungi. So Copper Caledonian we've looked at. Embersol, Odopinium. Farmer's Worry. Doesn't mention anything about the smell. And then we have henchuck, the fruit of the henchuck. The tuberous bulb. Oh, this is a bulb. Okay, so maybe not this one. Oh, where are all of our mushrooms gone? Lesser Meridoc, Lesser Neptune, Nombre Maiden Sorrow, Meekdew, Mellowglow, Mountain Astery, Norwood. By the crunchy root of this plant. Pin that Norwood releases spores. No, it's not that one. Red Abbey, Fennet, Red, Royal Gentia. Sheep Snap, to bring good fortune. The green seed pods, so not going to be this. Seeds. Spring wax cap, an edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. No, storing the dark red fruit should not be ingested under any circumstances. Well, I'm not giving her this, even if it is the right one. Sunset Mount Cap we looked at. Trimble Huff, decoration as weddings. No. Wandering Boo we looked at. Weeping Bell we looked at. Witch Fig. I just don't have it. Monkey is what this could be. It smells rotten. I mean, maybe? I think very unlikely, and yeah, no surprise there. That did not work. Well, let's see. I should be a master of this for now. I can't remember. I don't think you've seen me do any of this recently, but you will now. So my method with this is to find all the ones that are like 2 lines, anything like this, and then put these together first, because normally they all link up in some way. So this one. Like that, and then like that, and then you'll see the bottom of like a flower or a bell, I sometimes think it looks like, and right on top of that is going to be your circle, so you get the pieces of the circle together, and then at this point it's normally just fill in the gaps, but all the dotted lines at the top go on this side is a little bit of a hint. So that to that, there's still another piece missing. That's this piece here, so that does that. Then in there, and then finish. Record timing. Maybe there should be a speedrun category for that, and I think I'd blast through it, like no one's business. Anyway, and let's move on to day 11, Monday. And let's just double check. I feel like we haven't done much exploring recently. There wasn't anything on here that we needed to explore for. There's nothing. Unless, fair, did we look with our... No, we looked in there, there's nothing there. There was nothing in here either. So I think at this point we could just go exploring for randomness sake. Maybe somewhere that we haven't been before. I don't know. We can go see the Swinside Stone Circle. That's where a murder happened, so there you go. I shudder at the thought of what happened here. If these stones could tell us what they saw, a chill comes over me and I realise that I do not want to linger. Oh, probably not the greatest start to the day if I'm going to sort of give myself some dread. But maybe Edmund Cockcrow will give me some good news. Please help me. I lost my dog while out walking in the fells. The mist rolled in and he was gone. I remember there was a plant you could use to help find people. I wonder if it works for dogs. It has unusual black and gold flowers. So I feel like we've actually seen this before. Is it the Jacob's Worth by any chance? I feel like we had to look for a missing person otherwise. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacob's Worth. It said they would point the way towards any person. So yeah, it is the Jacob's Worth. Let's give him that. It's a nice, quick and easy one to start the day. You know, I'm feeling good for myself. It's a Monday, normally a depressing day for everyone. First day of the week. But it seems like I work all, 7 days a week. You know, I'm not in an office job 9 to 5. So let's move on from there. Simone. So Simone is the one that helps us do some of our research. And she also likes Hellebore, which always gives me brownie points in my book. Her and Amos Duncan are my top 2. Oh goodness, Hellebore, you haven't been getting enough food. That's terrible. Whatever will become of you? My mother's had me looking into this servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I've not been getting anywhere. It's strange. I'm sure I've seen some reference to it before, but I'm drawing a blank when I try to find anything. I think Lord Fremont's archives would be a good place to look. I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyway, so I thought I'd drop it in person. She just said her mother. I'm just going to check. Simone Green is like... Ah, so Verona Green is the occult scholar and Simone Green is the librarian. I did not even put that together until just now. Anyway, let's go and open the letter and see where we might go head off to. I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collections at Ambleside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fremont's archives at Muncaster are home to many ancient esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit. Simone. So, if this doesn't prove that we are in some fictitious version of England, a name like Muncaster definitely does. You don't have any place in the States or anywhere like that called Muncaster, that's for sure. Anything with a caster in the end, Lancaster, Muncaster, I mean, it just rolls off the tongue, really. Now, can we find it is the next question. There's Muncaster Castle. I assume we just go straight to the castle. I follow Fremont's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. 2 hours later, I have still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention. The Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? She did indeed, I do remember that. So, that allows us to put that in the archive, but we get a new text. The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner, who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to their will. This servant is assumed to be immortal, since it has no known vulnerabilities, but that does not mean that it cannot be defeated, and I bet it can be defeated by herbs. Everything can be defeated by herbs in this game. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Black Combe, where the second murder happened. To the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak and the Dendru was ousted from the world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants are required for the ritual, the specific plants aren't known. Okay, do we know anything? Anything magic? No, nothing magic. But that does give us an idea that we're going to need 5 probably special, hard-to-find plants to do this. Norwood, please. I think it's the only thing that can keep me from nodding off on the night shift. Well, at least he's to the point, These are the sort of customers that we want, or I'd want if I was working in a shop. It's just someone that comes in, says exactly what they want, and then is like, can I have it, please? I mean, he didn't say please, it could be improved, but at least he knows what he wants and he's not faffing around for half an hour. So a bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that Nord releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under unnatural light. The only thing that means to me is, are we actually going to use this to try and find it? Because, I don't know. I can't think of what else we do. Ah! So that must be Nord. We'll see what it says. Purple flowers, not leaves. I mean, let's just double check that nothing else is making that. Yep, this must be the Nord. There we go, perfect. I did think that was something else. I can't remember what popped up earlier that made me think it could be. But for now, let's put Nord in there. Is that already the end of day 11? I feel like we've only just started on this. How many days? We've been doing 2 days a day. We started on day 1. Oh, well, maybe it's only 18 minutes in. Maybe we'll try and do 1 more day then. We'll see. When her chance finally came, she did not hesitate even for a moment. Afterwards, when the Arder was dead, she felt only elation. Years after she had first laid eyes on the book, she had what she needed. The Arder was dead. So, we're now very close to the present, I guess. And maybe this means the person in the jade... I mean, I'm just assuming this is the person with the jade mask did some of the killing. But that's slightly worrying because we have been helping her out so far. And we did get a little card. I'll have to read it as soon as we get into the game. What does it say here? The first letter of the Latin name of a plant known as golden light. The number of petals on a lucky Caballia flower. So, golden light was this one here, the weeping bell. So, let's see if I can find the weeping bell. And the Latin name is Lamentum Nixus. So, L will be the first letter. And then the number of petals on the Caballia. Now, I think it was 6, but let's just check that. Or 6 was the regular. Always contains 6 petals. Finding a 7 is good fortune. So we've got L7. So let's have a look at what is in L7. L here, 7 is there. And what do we get? I amble through Meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wild flowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, cat's ear, and hidden among them, something new for my collection. Did any of you as children make daisy chains? I mean, actually, All of these are some mystical, faraway plant I've never seen before. Where are the daisies? Where are the dandelions? Where are the buttercups and things like that? Those are what I expect to see in this game. Let's put these both over there with our I don't know what you are. Still got a bit of space there. And then let's move on to the next day. So, what are we going to deal with? Verona, the mother of the librarian, as we now know. Their sisterhood was attacked last night. Bethany is dead. Oh. Along with the new Arda and 13 others. Oh dear, who is Bethany? Is this Bethany? Oh no, I actually like the sisters. I've obviously cocked up somewhere if they've got killed. So I know there are multiple endings, so maybe there's a way to avoid this. No amount of pleading with them could get them to see sense, but through blind luck we have been left with a slender hope in this fight. Sister Charlotte managed to escape the slaughter with the one thing that could help in the fight against the servant. Trust no one, keep it hidden. Okay. Interesting. What is this? Well, we haven't got a key, so I don't think we can really do much with this. Just put it in here for now. Hope that's safe enough. Don't know where else I can put it. And what have we got here? David Schaefer. Come on, man. Maybe you know more than you think. I always thought you're a nice guy, but you've not said much. They're saying the sisterhood has been attacked. Don't know much more than that, but those seeds of redemptionists have got all excited about it. Of course they have. Those guys are dicks. There's a bunch of them chatting outside Pulliver's right now. I don't know where Pulliver's is. Maybe we should go for that. This is basically the same. Whoops. Foxfield tried. Okay, well, this we know how to do. We've got the same puzzle 3 times in a row. You're not going to fool me again. So Foxfield Trident. So it should be this one here. From Foxfield, the Trident points me in the direction of some foothills. It's northwest of the Swinside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into the dell. Here a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. That's a cool looking plant. I don't know. I must say, as we got further through the game, I feel like more of the plants have looked even cooler. And I thought they were already looking quite cool before. Let's put all of this stuff away. And then let's move on. Forest. I wonder what it'd be like to have the name Forest. I wonder what nicknames you got called as school. Hopefully good things. I'm going to Black Coombe. I will kill this servant. When people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I'm not afraid. It would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble adversary. Can we just... I will take Embersol. Why not? Let's have a talk about this, right? It doesn't sound like you're thinking you're going to come out of this alive. I think maybe I shouldn't give you this. You should just have a nice relax, maybe have a spa day, cool off a bit, and then maybe we'll tackle this as a group. That being said, I'm still going to give him Embersol. Embersol is thought to have protective properties. It is sometimes given to as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves, they're razor sharp. This has got to be this one. So, in fact, I'm so confident what I'm going to do, and I'm going to name this Embersol before we even put it down. I hope to God I'm not wrong. This will be calmer otherwise. And that we are right. It's interesting that Embersol, you'd have thought it'd be a red or an orange leaved plant, or well, the petals would be. Let's stick this over around the E section. I've already given up on the fact of keeping this completely in order, but at least, yeah, the fact I have Bennett here just means I'm not doing it in the right order. But I'll move them around, and I can always check after the end of every episode just to try and do some reordering. So, Milton, how can I help you? Oh, well, maybe you'll be helping me. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specialises in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in perusing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs. Indeed, we would. Let's go to 21 Orchard Road. Arnside Antiquities. Now, is Arnside a place? And we're meant to go to Arnside? That would be my guess. And there's Arnside, so let's go here. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings. A tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery. To the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. You need to work on your marketing, mate. Inside, however, I'm greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Old trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study. It's got the Elixir of the Damned and St. Quentin's Elixir. Well, we might as well have a quick read of this. We're only 23 minutes into the video, so maybe we'll look through this and then we'll call it a day at the end of Tuesday. So, first one. The Elixir of the Damned, made from a combination of Arbutum alacritus, Maculosus retinentia, and Mens Fortis, this powerful elixir is dangerous and extreme caution is advised. It is said to bring a person back from the brink of death at the expense of their soul. Those who have drunk it appear vacant and lost, alive but no longer really with us. Well, I was going to say let's make some of these things, just so we have them in our back pocket, but I'm not going to make that. That just seems very dangerous to have on hand. What about St. Quentin's Elixir? This elixir will enable any drinker of it to overcome their sense of fear, but it should be considered beforehand that fear is not always a bad thing. For example, it would not be wise to drink this near to the edge of a cliff. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, a seed pod for luck. Well, this one I'm going to make. Similarly, it maybe isn't something I should be keeping around the shop, but we will try it. So a 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. So this is the leaf rather than the petals. I mean, this has far more than 5 points. I wonder if there'll There's one that I'm thinking of. I'll know it when I see it. It has like these smaller leaves. I was thinking maybe this one actually, but that definitely doesn't have five points. This one. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it must be this. So I don't know what it is, but at least we know that it's got five points. A red flower to protect the mind. Now, was that one of these? St. John's poppy, maybe? Let's have a look. We improved to create a draft that greatly improves survivor's hearing, so not that one. Eye bright was, I'm sure, to improve your eyesight. We'll check just in case. Take care not to improve eyesight at night. Although we've got a lot to go. We've got a lot of red plants that we haven't actually found what they are yet. So maybe it's worth having a little inspection. Let's see if we got anything that protects the mind here. So stomach pains, Grimlock is hypothermia, Butterdale. I'm just going to the ones that produce a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of infections of the mind. Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. So to me, that is this one. Long, thin stems, tall leaves. I mean, it's got to be right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this as count, but I'll put it as an unsure, shall we say? And then I'm going to try and put that in there. And then what's the last one? A seed pod for luck. I think they normally look quite obvious in this book, so I'm going to quickly go through. This could be a seed pod, but this is not the right one. Not this one. I mean, could it be the one that we just gave about finding a pot of gold? What was that one? It wasn't that even that long ago, so I should remember. That was the Weeping Bell, actually. And that doesn't have seed pods as far as I'm concerned. So maybe like the Henchuck? Startling effects of memory. No, we don't want something about memory. Sorry, I was going too fast. How about Larkshire? No, that's the one to play, well, maybe not play pranks, but to stop the cult in its tracks, hopefully. No, this is Truth Serum. We do have a lot of things when you look at it. A lot of things that we can use. Mink Dew, Mountain Astery, Norwood. Lucky. Red Avony. It's not right. Well, Gentia. Sheep Snap. Bring good fortune. Okay, so maybe it's this one. The Sheep Snap. I'm never going to be able to say that properly. The Sheep Snap is thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of the Sheep Snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call them this plant bulbs of Bayon. I mean, it could be this. This doesn't look hard. To me, that looks soft. But I'm going to put it there and just see if we've got anything else that's hard. I mean, all of these should be named. We definitely haven't seen the Sheep Snap before. Have a quick look through, quick browse. Do we have green seed pods? That's the main thing that I'm thinking. Green seed pods. So there's nothing really that has seed pods that I can see. Please fill large statement. That's a good colour. Let's just try this. Maybe this will work. That's not the only thing I'd say is that doesn't look. And lo and behold, it doesn't work. So I don't think that is sheep snap, and it might be that we just don't have sheep snap yet. I'm pretty sure the other two are right. He says hopefully. I mean, actually, I picked this up thinking like 5-pointed leaf, that must be right. But we should at least probably check if it grants courage. Because this also has 5-pointed leaves. Often it's Butterdale. Skin rashes, but I mean, this isn't the Butterdale anyway. So, do we have anything about courage? Courage. I'm just going over the ones that we haven't done. Okay, simple portion grant courage can be brewed from these leaves. Okay. That is exactly that. So this is the Daisy Dock. I can even put this in yellow. And this is what we want for courage. The only one I'm not sure about is this bottom one here. And we want a seed pod for luck. Just trying to think if there's anything else. Let's start from the back this time. And just see if we can see anything. So, witch fig. Since an infection, soaking up moisture. No, so it's not going to be that. Wild coal and winterborn. Claim that it's bad luck to pick berries. That's the opposite of what we want. Weeping Bell. A plant that is believed to many to lead to gold. So, I mean, maybe we'll try this one, because lead to gold. Maybe that's not the same as lucky, but we'll see. And no, obviously isn't lucky, but we see what else we have. We have the Trimble Huff, decoration at weddings, sentient relationships. I mean, I'm almost certain. Let's just check the Wandering Boo. Quite hard and sharp. Cover distances quickly. Storium is highly poisonous. Definitely don't use that. Signs of alcohol deter stores. Relieve pain. Great degree of hearing. I think it is the one that we had, to be honest. Which then makes me go question whether we got the middle one wrong. Sheep snap. So I think it is sheep snap. I think the question is we don't actually own sheep snap. Let's just read this once more. The green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. Look at that. I mean, it's not really a mushroom either. So, unless it's one of these, but it doesn't yet have any growths. Sorry, I'm probably going way too fast, but I'm just trying to see if it's any of these say anything about seed pods. Sweet smell. Not seeing anything. Small leaves, delicate flowers. Maybe this? Flowers are blue? No, I don't think so. Well, in that case, I'm going to sign off here. I'll maybe do a little bit more research and see if I can come up with anything. But this is a good time to stop the video. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed this. I've been really enjoying this game, and I recommend you pick it up yourselves and have a go, especially with the multiple endings, as I think it does appreciate... I mean, it probably spoils it if you've got this far in the video, because there's a lot of the puzzles that I've already solved, but I really recommend it. Anyway, this is OzzyJtv, signing off.